Hello, here's a quick tutorial on how to remotely modify an event's self-switches. So self-switches, as you probably already know, are a great way of controlling how an event functions. So you can see in this event, we have movement route, which animates the door. This is just your basic door opening animation. Control self-switch A equals on. If we go to self-switch A, door is open. Excellent. And that's great. You start here, you open the door, you go through, and then you can travel back. However, over here, I want to access this remotely. I open the door here. This is where the animation happens. But I need to set this self-switch. So the way to do that is with a script call. If you look on page 3 of your event commands, there is script. And in here you have a text box. You can put whatever you want inside this space. And what you want to put in this space is something like this, but it has to be written out exactly. It is case sensitive, no spaces. I guess spaces in here is probably okay, but no, yeah, you want to write this out as it is. So let's go over what this script call does and how you can modify this for your own use in games. So if we look over here, we sort of have 4 parts. We have $ gameSelfSwitches. The S on self and the S on switches must be capitalized. Period. Set value. The V on value must be capitalized. And then we have A, B, C, and a true or false flag. True or false is corresponding to whether you want the switch to turn on or turn off. A is the map ID of the event. So in this case, on this map, well, I have a lot of maps here, but down here we can see number 25, Vault 1. So Vault 1 is map 25. Alternatively, you can click on this and hit space, and yeah, ID 25 map properties. It'll show up in this page as well. So that's the A value. What map are we talking about? So you can actually use this to affect a self-switch on an entirely different map if you want to. We have B, which is the event ID. So in this case, this is the event that I want. You can see when I click it, it highlights up here. This is event 4. Down here, there's also the 4, and the third place you can see it is inside the event itself, ID 4. So map 25, event 4. Third thing in C, we just type, surrounded by apostrophes, a capital A, B, C, or D, depending on which self-switch we wish to modify. So putting all that together, in this event where I'm wanting to turn self-switch A of this on so that the door looks like it's open, I would want $ gameSelfSwitches.setValue, parentheses, bracket, 25, which is the map ID, 4, which is the event ID, then in apostrophes A, because that's the self-switch that I'm changing, and then true because I'm turning the switch on. Anyway, that's just a quick way you can use a script call to change self-switches within your own games. And it's something you probably don't want to do all that much. Self-switches, the nice thing about them is that they don't take up additional switch memory, so you don't have a switch dedicated to something that you don't want to have taken up elsewhere. It's a way to only affect what's going on inside one event. So events where you would, times when you would want to remotely control a self-switch are pretty rare. But this was one situation where it came up that I thought it would be useful. Another example would be if you wanted to completely reset an event. Then you could go through and set all of its self-switches to off in this way. Anyway, hope that was useful and or interesting, and I will see you later.